Okay, ready, set, go? All right, okay, let's learn some NLP. Now, the way that I structure this course, or which means the skills and techniques that I teach you and the order of them are the same order that you would have if you're entering a conversation or getting an outcome. So the first thing that you would do is you think about where are you going with this? What is it that you want to do? So we're going to talk about how to create what we call a well-formed outcome. Once you've got your outcome, then you're going through a contact with the person or persons. So contact, rapport, information gathering, depending on that information, what you're going to be doing, skills and techniques, okay, you're testing, okay, going back, doing more until you get your outcome. Get the idea? So got your outcome, contact, rapport, information gathering, techniques, blah, 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 okay? So that's how we're going to be learning the skills and techniques in that order, which means first we're going to be learning about well-formed outcomes, then we're going to go through a series of rapport exercises, because that's naturally what you'd be doing when you're going out achieving goals and outcomes. This is just a little diagram that I found that helps me organize stuff. So if you think about, this is our desired outcome. You've all come here, I hope, with an idea of what you want to achieve in this course. It could be something for yourself, it could be something professionally, or whatever. So you have a desired outcome. And I'm going to set you through a series of procedures to get what is called a well-formed desired outcome. So each one of you are going to think about, okay, what do I want for myself? I find it easy to think about in relationship to this course. It could be something at home, with the kids or at the office or whatever. It's up to you. So we're here then. Now that you decided of where you want to go, then we're going back. Okay, where are we now? And how are we going to get there? Okay, if we get stuck, we go back. This here, this thing called a meta outcome, by the way, and this is on your Master Practitioner test, okay? Meta means what? What? No. The literal Greek translations, meta means about. So the meta model, which is an information gathering tool, is a language model about a language model. Okay? The meta model is about a transformation of grammar. So it's a model about a model. Now, having said that, I want to talk just a little bit, okay, about what a model is. I talk about the meta model and talk about what is neuro-linguistic programming. NLP is a model of communication. It's not a therapy technique. It's not an educational tool. It's not a new sales thing. It's a communications model. So purely speaking, it's a communications model. With this model, okay, you can use this model as a template to superimpose over groups or individuals, and with this template, you can gather information and create successes. So within the model, there are many models. Now, a model is something that you have created, okay, based on observations. And through this model that you have created based on observations, you can predict something that happens in the future. So a model is used to predict things. If you develop an engineering model to build the Sydney Bridge, hopefully you can predict that the thing's not going to fall down, right? So that's what models are all about, is they're used to predict things in the future. This communications model of NLP is used to predict that communication styles or dynamics in the future. For example, if this model, if part of this model is to observe what people do with their eyes, and I can predict that based on this model, that when you look in a particular direction, you're doing something in your brain. Okay? This is useful for me because in the future, wherever I am, I can use this model to predict when someone moves their eyes in a particular direction. It means something. Okay? Get that? So the model, right, is the basis of which to predict things in the future. In relationship to NLP, it's a communications model, and we have micro models in that. For example, the big NLP model, or the model of rapport, the model of representational system, the model of language. So you have smaller models within the big model of NLP. Okay? So it's a cool thing that you can predict the future. So meta means about. Now this means, let's say you have a goal for coming to this course, and your goal is to, let's say, generally learn communication skills. We can break that down to find out what that means. Okay. Now, the meta outcome is, what's the purpose of learning communication skills? Why do you want to do that? Okay. You could say, well, I want to learn good communication skills so I can make a lot of money, or so I can be happy, or so I can be less stressed, or whatever. So the meta outcome is, for example, to be happy. Okay? The specific goal is communication skills. The purpose is to be happy. So all of these new communication skills are really designed to be happy. Okay? That they are just, the things, but the result is what is the most important thing, or what we call the meta outcome. So what's your meta life goal? What is it that you really want to do in life, or to achieve? I mean, some people have, if you're meditating a lot, it's to maybe or to achieve universal consciousness. So meditation is a vehicle to get to the meta outcome of higher consciousness. By the way, NLP and what you're going through right now, it is a process to evolve your brain. We really are in the business of evolving your brain, because your brain will evolve. It's going to, you will understand things and do things at the end of these next 2 weeks that you didn't imagine that you could, or you're going to things about little pieces of information that go on in your brain, things about memory, about motivation, about beliefs. It's all about making a better brain, in a sense, evolving it. Have you heard of the idea of super learning? Or how about accelerated learning? Anybody ever heard that? Do you know there's no such thing as faster learning? Did you know that? You don't actually learn to use your brain faster. You just learn to use your brain better. It's just that when you learn faster, you just make fewer mistakes. That's all. We're all here with the same brain. Some of us learn faster than others. It doesn't mean that you're a super learner. It just means that your brain ecology is more refined than someone else's. So someone else may have just a bunch of blooming, bubbling confusion like a 1-year-old would have in there. And other ones go, yeah, I got it. You go, geez, how'd you do that? It's just because, your brain has, it's got a faster way to get there, a bigger highway. So learning NLP is all about thinking in NLP. There was someone who wrote a book, that title, by the way. I didn't think the book was particularly interesting, but I thought the title says it all. Thinking about thinking in NLP. Once you get this NLP map installed in your brain, everything is like a 6-lane freeway, okay? It just goes, shoo. You're going to learn better, you're going to learn faster. Life is going to be more colorful, more resonant, more solid. Everything becomes interesting. I mean, everything, it's fascinating, that cool, all right? And you will learn better and learn faster, I guarantee you. And it's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to wake up going, oh, okay, I got that now. It's going to, as your brain evolves, you're going to learn real fast. By the way, I have little patience with people who come to me and say, Terry, I have to tell you that I have a learning disability. I go, okay, fine. Okay, you sit down. I mean, little patients in the sense of people using those kind of things to go, I'm different, or you have to teach me in a different way in this sort and the other. It's only my personal preference. That I like to go, okay, fine, you've got a learning disability, okay, but what I'll do is I'll teach you like I teach everybody else, and we'll see where we can go with this. Often people can find out that they can do things that they didn't think that were possible because someone told them that they had a learning disability. You'd be surprised what people get told by experts these days. It's just absolutely shocking. Anyway, so I hope, did I offend anybody? Everybody happy? Yeah, okay. I'm very directive when I teach, by the way, okay? I think we're all in the same boat here together, at least you are. I'm different, of course, because I'm the teacher. You all have the same brain. You all have the same capabilities. Some of this may be a little bit more advanced than others. It doesn't mean that you can't get there. You know, I firmly believe that. You know, we're all born with what Moshe Feldenkrais says, with the ability to speak 235 languages from the day we're born. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? But we end up learning one, don't we? Or two or three. So I think you all have the same brain, so if you find that I'm not being patient with you, it's probably true. I like to believe you can do anything that you want, and it's just a matter of giving it a go. Okay? So we're all in the same place here. You all have great brains, and we're about learning about thinking in NLP. And the first step of that is to learn about thinking about setting outcomes. I actually went through this, which is going to take me about 10 minutes here, and the woman says, that's it. That just paid for my course, she said. And that's it. You never know what people learn and what they're going to get. I found this to be, okay, that's cool, you know, but to think that this is, you know, the best thing since sliced bread, or this is what it's all worthwhile, everybody has their own thing. This one guy learned an exercise called chunking, had to go away. He went away, made $500,000 using that one technique and came back. I go, oh, cool, you know, because people say, oh, you know, they think it's a lot of money. I go, yeah, but you can make a lot of money using this stuff. And you never know which technique or things are going to be the ones that are going to work for you, do you? Now,